folks, I appreciate you joining me here tonight on Deep River Farm. Just wanted to touch base right quick. We've got a report from Swiatocho Ministries. We've also got a report that wanted to get out there about helping hands and what's going on there. And wanted to let everybody know that we're trying to, on Thursday nights, have a featured relief center that we're promoting for that week. And it coincides with Party in a Pan. And that is our food drive for Western North Carolina to try and get these folks plenty of food before the winter freeze and all the inclement weather starts. And you know, it's already bad enough that these folks are having to cross the rivers and the creeks with an ATV or a side-by-side, if they have one, or possibly the tractor. And you know, a lot of them are crossing on boards and beams and things that they found, and got them a little footbridge built across the river. And that stuff's going to get fairly treacherous here in another month or so when those temperatures dip below freezing. And when that happens, and the splash of the water on the rocks and things as it's coming down the river and the creeks is going to make the sides and the beams and the boards very treacherous and icy. And we want to try to help these folks get plenty of food in the relief centers. That way they can try to, you know, stockpile as much as they can in their campers, their sheds. Still have some in tents, folks. It's a shame to say, but we're getting those reports. I physically have not seen a tent in a while. Brother Bud has not, but some of the relief centers, the people are asking for new tents. And we've inquired about where these people may be, and they're just not disclosing any locations because they don't want anybody to know the condition, and they're scared of the Department of Social Services. Now, you know, some of them are even living in their homes that were hit by mudslides and trees, and they've not been able to get any vehicles across to do the repairs. So the house and things is still unrepaired. They've got mold and mildew in them and things like that. And you know, it's a bad situation, folks. People think that this is, you know, done and complete and no more problems, because they're not seeing it on mainstream media, legacy media, whatever you want to call it. They're not seeing nothing, they're not hearing nothing, and they think everything's hunky-dory. And it is far from that. Currently, there's about 7,000 private roads and bridges that are needing to be replaced just to get to folks' houses. And they can't get to them, they can't make the repairs, they can't get power trucks over there. So you can only imagine how many people are still without power. And they're relying on generators. And that's going to be another critical item here in just a little bit. We're afraid that people's going to start, you know, these things ain't made to run 24/7 in a year long. And that's what's happening. These little buddy heaters that people's heating their homes and tents and sheds and campers with, that's not going to be lasting forever. Those things are not made to be the main source of heat for extended periods of time. It's supposed to be temporary. Well, this is far from temporary. And it's going to be a while, a long while. And that's why we're pushing this food drive, Party in a Pan. Brother Bud's pushing one as well. And we want to get as many churches, as many businesses, as many civic organizations that there can and possibly will help information. They can just, as simple, go to the relief center links, pick your relief center, or you want to, you know, fund, or maybe you want to help all of them. you'll see the link. You can just click on that Amazon link. In the very bottom, you're going to see an icon that says DRF, Party in a Pan, Western North Carolina. That gets you the Party in the Pan link for the complete meal that will help feed a family. So we're trying to push that. Brother Bud's pushing one. Stand with Western North Carolina and try to get, any way possible. We want to get some food in Western North Carolina. It's very critical. A lot of these folks, you've heard us say numerous times, these relief centers are the equivalent to Walmart to these folks, because some of them are having to drive 45 minutes to an hour to get to a grocery store or a Walmart, especially around the Green Mountain area where Kris located. It's 45 minutes to an hour to get to a grocery store. And that is why these relief centers are so important. B-Log has a lot of foot traffic to it. Christ Baptist has a lot of people coming to it. And they said last week we featured them, and it was 20 to 30 new faces have shown up, and each face represents a family. And they know these folks, and they know these are legitimate people coming for help, because they're in the neighborhood, they're in the community. And we've got a relief center that's getting ready to close down. That is Bald Creek. And they're partnering with someone. Don't know exactly who yet, but we don't know if they're going to reopen in the same location or they're going to move. We're not sure. That facility that they were in at Bald Creek has been for sale. They were trying to raise the money to be able to buy it for a community center. It was very expensive, and the building was the cost of what they were going to have to pay for the property in the building, it was going to cost that much to bring it up to code, to put heating and air, all that kind of stuff in it. And it was going to be an astronomical amount. So we're figuring they're probably going to be relocating to another location to try to help. But that's what's happening, folks. The relief centers that are there without donations are going to be closing. And I just got off the phone with Brother Bud, and he said that he's going to a relief center tomorrow that has contacted him, and they're closing. They're somewhere on Highway 9, and they're going to give him a bunch of food. So he's going to go get all the food to take it to the various relief centers. And so there's another one that is closing up because they can't make it. They're not getting support. So the need is great, folks, and just wanted to let you know that. Now, give you a little report on Helping Hands. A lot of people have been asking about it. They started out, we vetted everybody. They had to qualify to get help. These were people that was not on any kind of federal programs. Their kids wasn't even on any kind of free lunch or anything if they had them in school. Their insurance hadn't paid a dime. And they wasn't going to get any help other than Helping Hands. And we wound up taking on 13 families, folks. And we can report now that 12 of them now are reestablished in their homes and functioning on their own and able to have a roof over their head, warm or cool or whatever they need. And we haven't we're on family 13 right now, and we've helped them, and they're in the process of building a home. Their other one was completely washed away and no help, and they're having to rebuild, but they're rebuilding just on the other side of the North Carolina line over in Tennessee. So they had some family that had gave them a piece of property, or they bought a piece, I'm not sure, from a family member, and they're relocating to Tennessee and building over there away from the river and everything. So when family 13 comes off of the program, that'll be 13 complete families out of the Helping Hands that have been, I guess you'd say, reintroduced to their existing home that's been repaired, or they've had to build a new home. And so we just wanted to bring you that information right there on the Helping Hands.
Hi everyone, it's Kris with Swiatocho Ministries. Just want to do an update on our hurricane relief. We're continuing to help folks, food, toiletries, household items. We have been notified of a new family that has some house damage that still has not been repaired from the hurricane. And we're going to jump in with a bunch of our collective friends, Bud and Tammy and Jenica and Jimmy and Eric and Wayne and Brittany and others that we're just going to try to help this family out as quick as we can. Also, want to do a shout out to some special people that continue to send us support through our wish list. We have Adonna Robertson, Alinda Judash, also Tony, spelled with an IE, of course Raquel, who sends us stuff almost every single week, Donna Bannicky and or Baniki, I'm sorry I said that wrong, and thank you for your towels, brand new towels for folks, as well as Linda D in Ohio. And we have our friends in Texas, New Hampshire, Virginia, and more that continue to send what we're doing. We're going to keep doing this until God tells us to stop. So thanks everyone.
This is Alcatraz Dash. This is where we broke down last time and I had to swim to shore over there.
He's watching us on.
So folks, I also just about forgot to mention on Helping Hands, we had found out about a lady who was taking care of her father and everything, and she had a tree that had hit the home and tore the roof all to pieces and was needing a new roof. And of course the insurance didn't pay. We told a little bit about this in an earlier video, but Helping Hands has wrote the check to replace her entire roof. I think that she was getting some free labor as well to try to help and put that roof on. But that lady has had her roof taken care of with Helping Hands. And we just wanted to give a little bit of a report of kind of what's going on. And we wanted to let you know that this week will mark the 1-year anniversary to Hurricane Helene hitting western North Carolina and a lot of the south central and kind of the north central part of North Carolina, kind of out on the outer edges. And this week will mark the 1-year anniversary, and we're going to try to have a 1-year anniversary video telling about and leading up to the 27th. And on the 27th, we're planning on having a special video with someone, and you'll want to catch that and make sure you all are ready to see that. But we're going to be doing some lead up to that this week on things that have transpired, and that way you can kind of go back, and we'll go back and talk about what transpired and how things came up to this point of the hurricane, and you kind of been caught up on kind of what we're doing, but we're going to take you back, and for those, especially for you new viewers, to get an idea of what transpired leading up to that. And then the day of, maybe the night before, I'm not sure yet, we're going to have a special guest that's going to be telling about Hurricane Helene, and you're not going to want to miss that. Well, folks, thanks for joining this evening here on Deep River Farm. I hope everybody has a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next video.